Welcome to Frances Reads the Bible. Today I'm moving on to Numbers chapter 23. So the last chapter I did was 22 and 23 is a direct continuation. So remember Balaam was brought by Balak to curse the Israelites. So Balaam is saying to Balak, build 7 altars here for me and bring me 7 bulls and 7 rams. Balak did what he told him to do. Then Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then he told Balak, stand here by your burnt offering while I go to see whether or not the Lord will meet me. Then I will tell you whatever he reveals to me. So Balaam went on top alone to the top of a hill, and God met him there. And Balaam said to him, I have built the 7 altars and offered the bull and the ram on each. Then God told Balaam what to say. It's interesting that Balaam is an Aramean, and Abraham, however you pronounce his name, was also or is also an Aramean. Ur of the Chaldeans, they're called Arameans. And these people are spiritually aware people because they're magicians, sorcerers, scientists. They are men of knowledge, not just physical knowledge, worldly knowledge, but also spiritual knowledge. It's very interesting that Abraham knew who God was, that God was a greater spirit, and compared to other spirits he'd met or knew. And the same thing with Balak. These people were not Christians, they were not Jewish, they were not whatever they were. They were just Arameans, Chaldeans. And they've saw God, met with God, and built a relationship with God. They could see God. God always met with them, had conversations with them and all that, and they obeyed God. Whatever God told them to do, they did. That was how Abraham was, and this is the same way this Balaam man is as well. So, they were not moved by having an encounter with a spirit, as in with God, even discussing with him and all that. Like he said, they are sorcerers, magicians, men of knowledge. So conversing with spirits and knowing spirit, I think as always in my thoughts, I think it's something they're conversant with. And then when you meet with spirits, your spiritual eyes are open and aware. When you meet a great spirit, you would know, I think. So I think that's how they knew God, like God was, ultimate. So Balaam went back and found Balak still standing by his burnt offering with all the leaders of Moab. Then Balaam also this prophecy. Remember, God told him what to say. Balak, king of Moab, has brought me from Syria, from the eastern mountains. Come speak for me, he said. Put a curse on the people of Israel. How can I curse what God has not cursed, or speak of doom when the Lord has not? From the high rocks, I can see them. I can watch them from the hills. So he basically blessed the children of Israel, as in he blessed God's people, because this is exactly what God told him to do. God said that we tell you what to do. So this prophecy is a prophecy directly from God. So the descendants of Israel are like the dust. There are too many of them to be counted. Let me end my days like one of God's people. Let me die in peace like the righteous. As he wants to be one of the Israelites. So I'm sure Balak, who is standing beside him, and the other leaders of Moab are like, why is he blessing them instead of cursing them? He brought this man here to curse these people, and he's busy blessing them. There's a popular saying here in Nigeria. I don't know if other people have it, but it's in Christian churches and whatnot. Who God has blessed, no man can curse. So I'm thinking it's from this situation. He was brought to curse people of Israel, but instead he's blessing them. You know. So then Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I brought you here to curse my enemies, but all you have done is bless them. Then Balaam answered him, I can only say what the Lord tells me to say. Then he now told him, okay, you know what? Let me go to another place and see only some of the people of Israelites. Maybe I'll curse them from there. So Balak took him to the field of Zophim on the top of Mount Pisgah. There he built seven altars again. And I think one thing I'm learning from this is locations. From this location, he couldn't cause them. He decided to move to a different location. Maybe I can cause them from this location. So I think there's something about locations where a person is. A location can be a blessing to you, a location can be a curse to you. I think, as always, in my thoughts. Just like, some people tell you, I was in this place and I prospered a lot. Then I moved to this place and, it seemed like a dry spell. Nothing was happening. So I think there's importance. Locations are important. Where you are, where you live. It's tied to you, progress, destiny, crosses, blessings. As always, these are my thoughts. So now they've gone to a different mountain. So he has done the same thing. He built the seven altars, offered a bull and a ram on each of them, and told Balak again, stand here by your burnt offering, and I will meet God over there. So this is the second time in a different location. He's going to meet with God to see if he can curse the children of Israel. But I'm sure Balaam knows already that God cannot change his mind and say, okay, yeah, curse my people. But he just didn't need to please Balak and do what I think God has also told him to do this. So he's doing two things at once. Let's put it that way. Mhm. Then the Lord met Balaam and he told him what to say. And God sent him back to meet Balak with his message. So Balaam went back and found Balak still standing by the burnt offering like he told him to with the leaders of Moab. Then Balak asked him, okay, what did God ask you? Because remember, this Balak dude does not worship the Lord. He doesn't worship El, Yahweh. No. He worships Baal and other gods. This is because Balaam has always told them, whatever my Lord, my God tells me. So they asked me, so what did your Lord tell you? And then Balaam also this prophecy. Come, Balak, son of Sipor, and listen to what I have to say. God is not like people who lie. He's not exact. Oh, this is where this part comes from in the Bible. He's not a human who changes his mind. Whatever he promises, he does. He speaks and it is done. I have been instructed to bless, and when God blesses, I cannot call it back. He who God has blessed, no man can cross, basically. So you just tell him that God is not a man who changes his mind. He doesn't lie. So if he has said bless these people, he won't come and tell me cross these people. So I foresee that Israel's future will bring her no misfortune or trouble. The Lord their God is with them. They proclaim that he is their king. God has brought them out of Egypt. He fights for them like a wild ox. There is no magic charm, no witchcraft that can be used against the nation of Israel. This is a very nice verse. There is no magic charm, no witchcraft that can be used against the nation of Israel. Numbers 23:23. Wow. No magic charm, no witchcraft that can be used against the nation of Israel. Now, people will say about Israel, look what God has done. That's the full verse. So yeah, I'm keeping it in my head for myself. I'm trying to memorize it. The nation of Israel is like a mighty lion. It doesn't rest until it has torn and devoured, until it has drunk the blood of those it has killed. Then Balak said to Balaam, you refuse to call the people of Israel, but at least don't bless them. If you're not going to cross them, don't bless them. What are you doing? Then Balaam answered him, didn't I tell you that I had to do everything that the Lord told me? So now Balaam is going to do a third prophecy. The same thing. Okay, you know what? Come with me and I'll take you to another. Balak now say, you know what? Let's try a different location. Balak also understands the importance of locations. Okay, you know what? Balak is one saying, come with me. Let me take you to a different place. Perhaps God will be willing to let you cause them for me from there. So he took Balaam to the top of Mount Peor, overlooking the desert. And Balaam said to him, build seven altars for me here and bring me seven bulls and seven rams. And Balak did that. I'm so sure, because this is where this chapter ends. I'm so sure in the next chapter that he's just going to bless the people of Israel, because God is not a man who lies. As in, God does not change his mind. God does not change his mind. If he has said it, he will do it the way he said he's going to do it. God is not like people who lie or just wishy washy. No. As always, these are my thoughts. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Keep you. Amazed light shine upon you. See you next time. Bye.